Hey friends, in today's video, this is my interpretation of Bronze Rank's Strongest Warrior, their most effective loadout at that skill rank in competitive. This is usually a full auto weapon, like Cerberus or something like that, mostly because they're forgiving if you happen to miss your shot. They can use a primary. Copper, not so much, which is why Copper went to Osteostriga. Bronze is also where they start discovering the power of shotguns and fusion rifles, as also Jotun has a fusion rifle, as their main strategy. And when they don't have shotgun ammo, they fly in with the shoulder charge, or they're not really feeling confident that day, they'll throw on a scout and stick in the back. And the reason that Lorelei is used is because it is a mistake fixer at that bracket. The sunspot that it drops leads to trades. Trades lead to wins at that skill level. So I hope today I can walk you through some live commentary with both the scout version and the auto rifle version, but I'm not going to lie to you, I struggled with this build. It is actively bad in Skill Island. I don't do this series to like dump on low skill players. I do it to educate and show you why a loadout that is most popular and most effective in Bronze doesn't translate to Skill Island and why. And the reason for this one is because this class does not give you enough options with the way that it's ran to deal with 6 good opponents. Or whatever the lobby balancing decides to throw on your team, making up for it. You just can't slay hard enough with this. Lorelei, sure, it gives you a little bit of health in that sunspot. That's nice for anchoring with like Mida Multi-Tool sitting in your barricade. And that little sunspot under your barricade can threaten the opponent enough that they know that if they fly through to try to shotgun you, they'll burn out. So it's really, really nice for keeping yourself out in the open with the scout rifle, sitting behind your barricade and using it as like a mobile healing rift to put some pressure on the opponent so that your teammates can set up a crossfire. That's the value I see of this on Skill Island, but not so much the more aggressive version. It is so hard to play this when I could just throw on Striker Titan, get all of my health back, have grenades like lightning grenades that rip the whole team for half their health and jolt them, a super that's mobile, blinding on the shoulder charge. Then we have Void. I get Devour back. I have the nuke grenade. It's incomparable between just those two. It's incomparable. This is so bad. That being said, it's not unusable, and there are usable versions of this build. Just simply changing the weapons around would make this so much more usable on Skill Island. Like, for example, going a conditional finality and an igneous hammer. Just playing the exact same way I was playing, except with a more potent kit that is more apt for 6s. Okay, I hope you find something useful in the commentary. Like I said, I struggled with this one. Hopefully it gets better as I move up the ranks to their most effective loadouts, their most popular loadouts. I will see y'all in the next. So the map is Altar of Flame. I decided to switch to a Mida just because it's a more appropriate distance. But the Bronze style player isn't necessarily going to switch just because of the map. It's more of a mood. It's like, I feel like using a scout. I'm missing everything close quarters. I'm getting dumpstered. I'm going to switch to the tried and true strategy that works for me. The other strategy is, of course, the shotgun, but that's more limited these days. Even in comp, still limited. Like, you have to get the box to have it. I don't have team with me, so I have to backpedal. Oh, get Thundercloud. Wanted to jump over to get a sky angle if he ran away. He's still cooking right now. Up to someone else to deal with that. I gotta keep them off the spawn rotation. Need to see the radar. It's a very boring way to play, but I'm telling you, this is what gets results. So I'm just trying to play it effectively. Just you're anchoring your team, letting them take the risky fights while you're holding map control. And there are some things you don't do to risk losing that map control when you're playing to win. Okay, could be a spawn flip, so I'm going to pay attention to A flag lighting up to know if I should continue or go away. Should be able to combo this onto somebody. There we go. They burn out from the sunspot. I can work on A flag again by myself. Jiggle peek. It's a Suros. Like, I don't win this. Prime my shoulder charge and get to cover. Missed my shotty. That was my ticket out, though, because that would have got me out of Dark Tunnel. So the shotgun's really just there for, get this, a special situation. Not for every kill. So now that the spawn trap is set for A, I want to just be getting angles with my team to try to flip them to C. And ICC is getting lit up. I'm going there right now. I don't win that range. Build some space. Pay attention to the spawner who's running through my teammate. Exclamation point says he's in a fight, right? That buys me a second. Let's go get this power ammo since I think we have the time to grab it. I'll use the shoulder charge to guarantee it. I have to wait until I clear this angle first before I start moving. Perfect. He stayed in that fight for some reason. Could be an A. Flip again, so the exact same maneuver. I'm being held off by this platform. I saw the snipe a little bit too late. Right in the mercy roll. Okay, so this is the more passive style that you see in Bronze, and I'm going to try to hit you with the more aggressive style in the next one. So yeah, this playstyle is, again, letting your teammates do the dangerous work. You sit in the back, you anchor the advantageous part of the map, and you start getting active to lock the enemies in a corner where they're perpetually spawning there. You're not really committing to the fight, just a little bit of chip damage. And when you have a power weapon, maybe an ability, that's when you can start looking for impact kills. Otherwise, you're just really focused on putting in chip damage and keeping them funneled in the same main lane on their side of the map. You want them on like the back 10% of the map. You want to own the middle like 30. So this is the aggressive style commentary, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, I have struggled on this one because while this may work in Bronze, this does not work on Skill Island. You have to outplay them like 5 times over just to do something you could normally do with Speed Boot, Hand Cannon, Shotgun. So that's why I'm on Suros. I'm on Suros because I want the rapid healing to give me a reversal. Okay, he stayed. Okay, that's why I was confused. Glad that answered my question. I was re-peeking because I had a shoulder charge to get me out. I'll take it. That's more or less what I mean about the aggressive play. Sura spins up and allows me the opportunity to win 1v2s that I otherwise would not. The instant healing combined with Lorelei's subtle healing can lead to some reversals. And most low skill players go machine gun as their power weapon. Feels the most impactful. Trying to get some crossfire going between me and the teammates. That's being aggressive right there, is managing your radar in a way that you know when big team fights are about to happen, snapping angles. I'm gonna float over their head. Try not to overextend that though, because I don't want to be crossfired. Shotgun out. Didn't have it reloaded, unfortunately. I don't like using shotgun in non-special situations, but that was an opportunity where if I lived there, I had the nastiest crossfire set up on the opponents with my teammates. Let's get out. He might die to the thermite. Getting dangerously close to the multi-kills that I want. Knowing that they're going to be spawning Guardian. Set up for it. I'm going to go act as interference between them and the power ammo. Shoulder charge is primed. What's he gonna do? He's on the ground floor. Go stop Marina now since power ammo is no longer possible. So he healed. Let's jump over his head. Sunspot might do it, which is why, again, like the lower skill players like Lorelei. For plays where they go directly for the shoulder charge or the shotgun, fail, and then win anyway because they meleeed. So I anticipated that player flying out on the right as soon as I put a couple shots on his teammate. And so I wanted to slide so right as he's taking his kill shot, I'm in shotgun distance to potentially hit the second. So it's like you have that mental clock of when an opponent would likely help their teammate and try to be extra disruptive to them cleaning it up.